So the question becomes, in constructing the sure foundation, what are the things about which I can be absolutely certain? The first thing that Descartes came up with was, in his words, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Have you heard those words before? Okay. Why are those words so significant? Those words excite me. Because in Descartes, he could doubt everything in the world, but there was one thing that he could not doubt, and that is that phrase, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Let's unpack what he means by this. So, he's suggesting that there are some things that we know intuitively, that we know in our minds, and one of those things that we know is that we exist. He said the idea is innate. The empiricists would not like that. They didn't believe in innate ideas. And it doesn't come from sense experience. Because if it does come from sense experience, his point was anything that comes from the sense experience, that comes from the world, you could be deceived about that. What if you were created by a deceiving God who is deceiving you at this very moment? God is making you think that you are sitting in a classroom right now. That is so funny. If only you knew what you were really doing. Descartes noticed how it was that doubt does not affect the propositions of mathematics. He said, for whether I am awake or asleep, 2 and 3 always make 5, and the square can never have more than 4 sides. He said, I have never met with any contrary instance to those things. No one has ever proven me wrong. When I tell them that 3 and 2 is always 5, no one has ever proven me wrong. There are certain things that I'm certain about. He says, but I could be deceived into thinking that those propositions are true. Think about it for a moment. If we believed in a deceiving God, I could be deceived right now about that. 3 plus 2 equals 5. I could be deceived. I could be wrong about that. No one has ever proved me wrong, but hypothetically, I could be deceived. I could be wrong about that, he said. Do you see how he's doubting everything? He's even doubting that 3 and 2 is always 5. He's doubting that a square could always have 4 sides, because maybe I'm deceived about that. Okay? But is there anything that I can't be deceived about? Is there anything that I can be absolutely certain about? And he said to himself, you know what? Because I'm doubting everything, I doubt. Even when I doubt, there's one thing that I can be certain about, and that is that I exist. This I that doubts, this I that thinks, this I that dreams, this I that gets hungry from that, this I exists. And so he said, however much I doubt, I must exist because in the very act of doubting, my existence is manifest. If I'm deceived, then I must exist in order to be deceived. If I'm dreaming, I must exist in order to be dreaming. Every time I say the word I, it affirms that I exist. St. Augustine had previously said, si fallor sum, if I am deceived, God, if you are deceiving me, that's good news. Because if I am deceived, I exist. That was a hypothetical. Descartes didn't say it, didn't use a hypothetical, if I am deceived. If I think I exist. No, I think, therefore I am. There's nothing hypothetical about that. If I doubt, I exist. If I think, I exist. No. I think, therefore I exist. There is one thing that I can be certain about. I can't be certain about my sense experiences. I can't be certain that I'm in a classroom with y'all because my senses could be deceiving me. I could be dreaming. But if I am dreaming, I dream, therefore I am. This I exists. That's the one thing that I could be certain about in this world. I could be deceived about everything else. But if I am deceived, I exist. So Descartes doesn't formulate this hypothetical. Instead, he comes up with this one thing about which he is sure. I think. I think. I think. Therefore, I am. I exist. Even if I were dreaming, I dream. Therefore, I am. That I exist. By saying that, I intuit the necessary connection between my thinking and my existing. I think, therefore I am. There's some connection between thinking and existing. I think, therefore I am. The two are somehow connected. I intuit the impossibility of my thinking without my existing, simply meaning, can I think if I don't exist? Got news for you. If you don't exist, you don't think. Interesting. So I'm not affirming the existence of my body. This gets deep now. The only thing I can be certain about is I think, therefore I am. The I that thinks exists. I am. My body, I don't know. I could be deceived. I look at my feet and I think I have feet, but I could be deceived. I'm doubting that I have feet, but I can't doubt that I exist. So I'm not affirming the existence of my body or anything else. The table in this room, I could be deceived. What I think I'm seeing and feeling, I could be deceived about that. But the one thing that I cannot be deceived about is the fact that I exist. I am. Because even if I am deceived, that's a proof that I am. I am a thinking thing. Think about Descartes. Think in Descartes. Look at the world through his lenses here. I think, therefore I am. So what am I? I am a thinking thing. I'm different from the dog. I'm not sure if the dog is aware that it's conscious, but I am. I am aware of the fact that I am a thinking thing that knows that it exists. I doubt, I understand, I affirm, I deny, I will, I refuse, I imagine, I feel, I exist.
Well, Uno said, life is a dream and death is the awakening. In other words, you can always be thinking, but when you die, that's it. I mean, it ends. The whole dream ends. There's an end to it.
And Descartes, who lived centuries before, would simply say, even if I am dreaming, even if this entire life is a dream, what I do know is that I am. And even if it's a dream, it's been a good dream. All I know is that I am. I exist. If I doubt, or if I dream, or if I think, or if I feel, I exist. We don't know what that I is yet.
The message was to keep thinking and keep dreaming. As you think, you form new dreams. But when you die, it's reality.
Then you wake up.
You wake up.
I hope so. That's profound. That's profound.
I mean, that's...
I hope so.
Well,
So think about it for a moment. Close your eyes and think about it for a moment. This thinking thing inside your head, this thing that you say, that you call I, every time you use the word I, however you finish that sentence. What is that thing? It's not your body, Descartes said. That I is somewhere inside your mind, is somewhere inside you. This is where Descartes is not going to be able to distinguish between the spirit or the mind, the word that he used was the mind, and the body. Because somehow my mind, this I, this thing that's thinking this I, it's not my body. It's not in my foot, it's not in my stomach, it's not in my head. Somehow I'm inside this body. How's that? That's the first truth then, the first certain thing about which I can be certain. I can doubt everything else. I can doubt that I'm even here this evening. But I cannot doubt that I exist. Because when I think, when I speak, when I doubt or when I am deceived, I exist.